Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about for loop in Python programming. In previous video, I discussed about I discussed about while loop. While loop is used to execute block of statement until given condition is true. The syntax of while loop I explained and while loop requirements I explained and two small examples regarding while loop also I explained to you in yesterday's video. Coming to today's session, today I am going to explain you for loop. Complete for loop I am going to explain. Don't forget to stay up to the end. With examples I am going to explain you for loop. For loop is nothing but it is used to iterate over the elements of a sequence such as string, list, tuple, or other iterable object. It is nothing but from the such as a string or list. These are sequential collection data types. String, list, tuple, sets, dictionary. All these are collection data types. In the collection data types, the for loop used to iterate elements of a sequence. For example, if we take a list, for example, in list I have 10, 20, 30. If I want to iterate these elements from the list, for example, at first I have to take 10 from the list. I have to iterate 20 from the list. I have to iterate 30 from the list. Then we can use a for loop. It is used to iterate over the elements of a sequence such as string, list, tuple. The syntax of for loop the syntax of for loop is for is a keyword. We must and should keep it in small letters. For variable, here we can mention any variable. Here any variable we can mention it. For variable in iterable or collection, this is the iterable or collection we have to place. For example, if I want to iterate elements from the list, I have to create one syntax like for variable. This is my variable. This is the name of the variable. Any name we can mention here. For i in for I in list one. This is the this is iterable or collection. This is anything. This is iterable or collection. From which iterable or collection you want to derive the elements. I mean, iterate the elements. From which source we have to iterate the elements. That source we have to mention here. This is the source. It is nothing but collection or iterable. This is the variable name. Any name you can mention. This is the keyword and this is the keyword. These two are mandatory. And we have to inside the for loop, we have to mention statements. What statements you need to execute inside the for loop, we have to mention here. Statement 1 and statement 2, statement 3, statement 4. Any kind of statements you can mention inside the for loop. This is the statement 3 I returned outside the loop. Why? Because after the for loop, it will execute up to the elements in the collection up to the for loop, the statement 1 and 2 it will execute. After completion of for loop, it will come out of the loop and it will execute the statement 3, statement 3, statement. Whatever statements we returned here out of the loop, it will execute that statements after completion of the loop execution. This is the syntax of for loop. We have to note it down. This is the syntax of the for loop. We have to note it down. And for loop is used to iterate over the elements of a sequence such as string, list, tuple. Come in, if you write one example, if you know one example with for loop, then you can understand what exactly for loop is doing. Then then you can understand. Now you get some confusion what is iterate over the elements. That definition you may confuse it now while while saying about coding related to for loop. Then you can understand better how for loop is working. And let's take one small example how for loop is, how to use for loop. Let's take one small example. Here, suppose I am taking that. Here I am taking one word called Python. I am taking here one word called Python. This is the string, guys. This is string. I hope you know what is the string. In previous video, I explained you about the string. This is the one string called Python. If I want to iterate the elements over the collection or a string, first I have to iterate p value and I have to iterate y, then next t HON. If I want to iterate elements present in the string one by one, then I have to use for loop, guys. Let's write a code how to iterate elements from the collection. Here I am taking for is a keyword. For I am taking one variable called ch. For ch in this is the collection, guys. This is the collection called Python. String is a one collection. String is one collection. Here I am writing one word, string word called Python. I am iterating the value from the string in the variable. I am storing these values, iterating values in the variable called ch. I am printing here. I am printing ch. I am printing ch. See guys, after executing, what it will happen means, see guys, it is printing, first it is printing p, then after y, t, h, o, n. From Python, it is a collection of characters, it is a string. From this string Python, it is iterating the elements one by one. First, it will take p, what I written the code here, for for ch, for ch in, for ch in Python, right? For ch in Python. This is the string, guys. This is the string called Python. I am iterating by using for loop. This is the variable. This is variable, right? This is this is variable. Ch is the variable. Every time I am iterating one element and I am storing in the variable called ch. First it will iterate p value and store it will store in ch, and that ch I am printing and it is printing the value called p. Next it will iterate the second value called y. Again this y will it store in ch variable, and that ch I am printing here, so it is printing y. Again it is it taken t and storing in ch, it is printing t. Like that, it is iterating the elements from the collection or iterable. It is iterating one by one the variable, the values, I mean elements is iterating from the collection. This is how for loop is. This is how for loop will execute. This is the way of for loop execution. Coming to, I hope you understand how the syntax of for loop is going to execute. If we want to, suppose, let's take one more example. Let's take one more example. Let's take one more example. Here, write a program. Here, I am writing one program called, here, write a program to count the, to count vowels, to count vowels exist in, exist in string, guys. Exist in string. I am taking vowels. I am taking vowels as a string. I am counting that vowels. How many vowels present in that string? For example, if I take one string called, if I take one string, suppose here I am taking one string A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. This is the string, guys, which I taken here. I am counting the vowels present in the string. Whatever vowels present in this string, it will count the that vowels. How many vowels are there in the given string? It will count that vowels. That I am writing code by using for loop. That I am writing by using for loop. Let's write code for example. I am taking one input called s. I am taking one input variable as s equal to. I am inputting. I am inputting one string. I am inputting enter a string. This is the string guys. By default, input function by default it will take input as a string. By default input function it will read string type. It will read string type. I am taking one s equal to one string. I am taking dynamically. I am by default I am using count value 0. Count value 0 I taken here count equal to 0. For loop I am using, this is the variable called ch I am taking. For ch in for ch in str string s ch in s. Ch is s means here it is string, right? Here it is string. Here it is string. String is nothing but this one. Suppose if if ch if ch in if ch in AEIOU, AEIOU, and capital AEIOU, if it is present, I am printing mm, count equal to count plus 1. After counting, I am printing the count value. See guys, here actually this is the vowels, right? A E I O U A E I O U. This is vowels, guys. I hope you know vowels A E I O U, and this is capital A E capital I O U. These are the vowels. Here, what I am doing is here I have taken one string s equal to input of enter string. For suppose here I taken one string called A B C D E F. Suppose if I taken one string called A, B, C, D, E, F. Suppose this is the string. Here I taken as a input. This is the input, guys. This is actual input I taken as a string. Input, this is the input. Here the count value is 0. At first the count value is 0. I am using for loop for ch in s. Here s is nothing but s is nothing but this a b c d e f. This is nothing but s, guys. This is nothing but s. And here ch is a variable. Here, every time I am reading one value from the yes, every time I am reading one value from the collection, yes, it is I am storing the value in ch, right? Every in previous examples also same thing I explained you. Every time I am reading one value from this string and I am storing in this ch. At first I am reading the value a and I am storing in the ch. Now the ch equal now the ch it becomes ch equal to a. At first it reads one value called a. At first it is reading one value from the string called a, and that a is it storing in the variable called ch. Variable called ch. Again I am checking the condition by using if I am checking the condition. If ch is nothing but this a. Ch is nothing but this A in AEIOU. This A is present in A, right? This A is present in the vowels, right? Here, whatever I mentioned as a string, this A, it is present in A. CH in, here CH is nothing but A in AEIO. Among the AEIOU and capital AEIOU, the small a present in the given string. This is the vowels string. The small a, it is present in the vowels. So I am counting the value count equal to count plus 1. So at first count value equal to 0, 0 plus 1, here it is count equal to 1. It become count value as 1. Again it will iterate one more time. It will take now, it will take B, now it will take B from the string S and it will store in CH. Now CH equal to, now CH becomes B and again it will check if CH is nothing but B in AEIOU. It is there or not, that B CH equal to B, this B is present in the vowels or not? No, it is not present in the vowels. So the count value will not takes place. Again, here the count value becomes 1 only. It will not execute this count statement. Again, it will take C as a one more element C. It is stored in CH. Now the CH becomes a C. Here CH equal to C now. Again, it will check the condition. This C present in the given vowels or not. No, it is not presented. So again the count becomes 1 only. Again it will take D and it will check in vowels. Again it will take E and it will check in vowels. The E present in the vowels, right? Then the count becomes 2 here. The count becomes 2 here. Again, it will take F from the string and it will check whether it is present in the vowels or not. If it is not present, the count value remains same. Finally, finally we got count value as the 2. Why? Because whatever string we are inputting A, B, C, D, F, in among A, B, C, D, F, vowels we have only 2 vowels. We have only 2 vowels. One is A and one is E. These are the only 2 vowels we present in the input string. So the count value becomes 2. This is the how the for loop execution takes place. I hope you understand how for loop is executing. After executing this program, now I am executing this program. Here I am taking one a string called A B C D E F. See guys, here the count value is 2. Why? Because in the given string we have one A is one vowel and E is one vowel. We have only 2 vowels. We have only 2 vowels, so the count is 2. Here it is 1 and here it is 1 and total we have only the count is 2. This is how for loop execution takes place in Python programming. Again, coming to we have one more function related to for loop. We have one more function which is correlated to the for loop, is called range data type. Is called range data type. Range data type, guys. This range data type is used to iterate the for loop for number of times. If you want to iterate the for loop without any collections and iterable, then you can use range function to iterate the for loop for number of times. It is that range function generates sequence of elements. Sequence of elements it will generate sequence of integer values it generate by using range function. It is The range function is a sequential collection data type. Sequential sequential collection data type. Range function is a sequential collection data type. Range function is a sequential collection data type. Uh, it the range function, it generates the sequence of integer value it will generate, and it is it is used to repeat it is used to repeat for loop for loop number of times. It is the range data type is used to repeat the for loop for number of times. We use range function. This range function generates sequence of integer values. This range data type comes under sequential collection data type. It is also a sequential collection data type, and it will repeat the for loop number of times. For example, the syntax of range function is range start value, stop value, step value. This is the this is the syntax of range data type. This is the syntax of range data type. For example, if you take one small example called, suppose if I want to print, suppose this is the syntax of the range data type. Suppose if I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have to print these numbers by using range data type. Here, what I have to write means, here the range data type, range of, range of, here the start value, here it is, what is the here start value? Here start value is 1, right? Here this is the start value. I have to start from the here, and here stop value is 5. Here the stop value is 5. This is stop value, and this is the start value. That is the stop value, and this is the start value. Here stop value is here stop value is 5, but here I have to write 6. Here I have to write 6. Why? Because this range function, this range data type, here the first value is 6, first value is 1, and last value is 6. But it won't consider this last value. It will consider up to 5 only. It will consider up to 5 only. Suppose if you take a stop value as a 7, it won't consider this stop value as a 7. It will consider up to 6 only. It will print up to 6 only. Suppose if you want to print the values up to 9 values, if you have to print from 1 to 9 means we have to give stop value as a 10. Stop value as a 10 you have to give. Why? Because this stop value, it won't iterate. It will iterate before that stop value 9. Up to 9 only it will iterate. Here I want to print up to 5, so the stop value is 6 I have to provide. Here the step value, here the step is nothing but difference between the two elements. Here in between in between 1 and 2, the difference is 1. In between 2 and 3, the difference is 1. In between 3 and 4, the difference is 1. Here, if we see up to 1 to 5, the only difference is 1. So, here step value equal to 1. Here step value equal to 1. This is the how we have to write range data type. If you execute this range of 1 comma 6 comma 1, it will print the values, it will give output as a 1, 2, this is the difference between here it is 1, this is the step, and 3 and 4 and 5. Up to 5 it will print, it won't consider this 6 value. It won't consider this stop value. It will print before that stop value. Suppose if you want to print 6 values means we have to give here stop value as 7. Suppose if you want to print up to 8 values means we have to give stop value as 9. This is about range data type and how to execute range data type and how it will works. And this is the syntax of the range data type. This is the syntax of range data type. Now, mm, now I will execute how range data type is executed means here I am taking range of here start value equal to 1 and stop value as 6 and step value as 1. Here I am printing range of 1 comma 6 comma 1. Okay. For I in range of 1 comma 6 comma 1. Here I am printing the value I. It will give output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will give output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 5 only it will give output as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how it is executing. Here it will give output as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will give output as 1, 2, 3, 5. Here the range function in this iterable, it will start with 1 and it will stop value is 6 and the step value is 1. By default step value is 1. Even though if you not mention any step value, it will take step value as 1. You can mention step value as -1 also, negative also you can mention, but if you not mention any step value, it will take positive 1. It will take positive 1 as a step value. Here it will take positive 1 as a step value. Here from this range function, first it will take 1 and it will store in variable called I. It will store variable called I, that I am printing here. So here I equal to 1. Here the I value becomes 1, that I am printing here. Again it will here step value is 1, so the difference between these two numbers is 1. So it will take 1 is completed. Now it will take 2. This 2 will store in I value. That I value I am printing here. That I value I am printing here. It will print as a 2. Now the 2 is completed. The step value is 1, so the next value is 3. It will store this 3 in I variable and it is printing that I value I am printing. So here I value becomes 3. Here I value becomes 3. Again it will iterate one more value called 4. One more value 4. It is stored in I value and I am printing that I equal to 4. I equal to 4. Again it will take 5. Again it will take 5. It will store in I value and I am printing that I equal to 5. I am printing that I value as 5. Here the next value after 5, the next value is 6. The next value is 6, but it won't consider this stop value. It won't consider the stop value. It will consider up to 5 only. It won't consider this stop value. For example, for example, if you write like this, range of range of 1 comma 6 comma 2, here the step value is 2. At first it will start from 1, it will print 1. So the step value is 2 means directly it will print 3. Here it won't print this 2 value. Here it won't print this 2 value because the difference between 3 and 1, here it is 2. So this 2 comes under step value. Again it will print 5. So here the step value is 2. Only these three values only it will print if you use range of 1 comma 6 comma 2. This is how step value works. If you want to print like this, we have to use step value as 2. If you want to print like this, we have to use step value as 1. This is how range data type is how to this is how the range data type will work. And if you want to use for loop, in for loop also we can use range data type. This is how usage of range data type in for loop, and you have to print. If you want to iterate, I already mentioned here. I already mentioned here. It is used to repeat. It is used to repeat for loop number of times. That what here happened, right? That is what here happening, right? Here, the range data type is iterating the for loop for number of times. For number of times means here up to 5 times it is repeating. This is how the definition here working. It is used to repeat for loop number of times. It is range is also sequential data type. It is generates sequence of integer values. It is generating integer values, right? Yes or no? It is generating integer value as a sequence. Yes or no? Yeah. Same thing I written here and same thing I explained here. Same thing I explained here is used to iterate for loop. Sequence of elements it is generating. Same thing I explained here and same thing I written here. This is about range data type and this is about for loop. I hope you understand how for loop is working and how range data type is used in for loop. Suppose, for example, if you want to print here in place of positive values, here I am taking as a negative values like for uh, mm, it starts from -1 and it will stop at -11 and step value as -1. Here, in this case, what it is happened means here I am taking range -1, -11 and step value as -1. Here in this case, the first value is -1, it will print, and the step value is -1. -1 plus -1 equal to -2. -1 -1 equal to -2. So here here next it will print as -2. In between these two, the step value is -1, right? In between these two, the step value is -1. Again, it will print -3. In between these two, the step value is -1. And next -4, -5, and up to -10 it will print. Up to -10 it will print. It won't consider this stop value -11. It will consider up to before the value only. Up to before stop value it will consider. This is how if you want to print negative values, we have to write like this. We have to write like this. Suppose if you take minus 5, 5 comma 1. Here, here first it will print minus 5. First it will print minus 5. Next, the step value is 1. So, minus 5 plus 1, here it is. Minus 5 plus 1, here it is minus 4. So, it will print minus 4. It will print minus 4. In between these two, the step value is 1 here. In between these two, the difference between these two here it is 1. Again, again the step value 1, minus 4 comma 1, minus 3 it will print, minus 2 it will print, and minus 1 it will print. This is how range data type is working. Let's execute what it is printing. Here I am taking minus 5 comma stop value 5 and step value 1. Here I am printing. See guys, here what is happening? Minus 4, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to the step value here I mentioned the step value is 5. So it won't consider this stop value. It will print up to 4 value. It will print up to 4. So here it is happened, here it is. Same thing here it is happened. It started from minus 5. It started from minus 5, and the stop value I given here it is 5 and step value 1. This is in between these two, the step value 1, the difference is 1. Up to 4 it will print. This is how the range data type, working of range data type, and that this this range data type, how it is iterating the for loop by using range data type. This is about for loop and range data type, guys. In coming session, that's all for today. In coming session, I will explain you some of the examples related to for loop and some more few function, small map function I will explain you in next session. Thank you guys. That's all for today. If you like my video, if you like my video and explanation, and if you are okay with my content, please like and please subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. Please like my channel and subscribe to my channel and share to your friends. Those who are eagerly waiting to learn, eagerly waiting to learn Python and AWS. Python and AWS also I started new series from yesterday onwards. Daily I am uploading one video every day. If you are anyone interested in learning these two, please suggest my channel. If you are very interested about my content and explanation. If you are not okay with my content, please leave it. I am not forcing you. If you are okay with my content and concept and explanation, like and subscribe, share to your friends. Thank you guys. That's all for today. Into let's see you tomorrow. Thank you guys. Bye.